Keeps asking me, how could XRP reach $120 or $150 or $1,000? That would require a market cap of hundreds of billions of dollars. And I have the answer for you today, guys. It actually makes sense, and I'll tell you why. Before I start, thank you for watching this video on this beautiful Saturday night. And if you have not clicked that subscribe button already, please do so. And if you've not clicked that like button, make sure you do that as well. Crypto Geek here for you. Let's talk about the numbers. Now, often everybody that's talking about crypto or making crypto predictions often met with some criticism, and that criticism is usually, how could XRP, for example, reach $100? That would require a market cap of a couple $100 billion. And it could reach, up to $1 trillion or more for XRP alone in order to reach those numbers. Now, I want you to understand something. When people say that it has to reach 100 billion or $1 trillion, doesn't necessarily mean that this much money is invested in crypto. Imagine or look at the way the market is now. The amount of Bitcoin, the amount of XRP, the amount of Ethereum is relatively consistent. Yes, people mine, but it's not a huge amount of money. Yet you're seeing significant jumps in the crypto market. Why is that the case? It's not because there's no crypto money. All that's happening is the value of every single Bitcoin or every single Ethereum is going up. So the Ethereum that was once bought for a penny is now being bought for 50,000. So a person that had 100 Bitcoins at 1 cent worth a dollar, his money is now worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So my point is that it doesn't mean that there's going to be trillions of dollars necessarily invested in crypto. It's just that the people that are holding the crypto are going to be holding more money. Let's say that in another word. I hold X amount of our XRP right now. This X amount is worth $1,000, let's say. If I hold on and the same XRP that I hold now without investing any money will become worth, let's say, $2 million in a year. That increases the market capital of XRP without necessarily more people investing in XRP. And this is the case because if you look, over the last 3 months, 83% of Bitcoin has not sold or bought. It's being held. Over the last 6 months, 73% of Bitcoin was not sold or bought. It was held. Yet the market capital of Bitcoin has increased drastically. So this is a very important point when people try to argue that certain numbers are not unreachable, because they would require a certain market cap. Doesn't matter what market cap is going to be. Doesn't necessarily mean that this much money is going to be invested. You always hear people say, if all the money in the world is invested, it's going to be this much $1 trillion. Well, it doesn't matter. The crypto could become essentially worth more. Doesn't mean that every single Bitcoin is going to change hands at this new rate. Some people will decide to continue to hold, hoping for bigger gains. And that's okay. But fact is, the same amount of Bitcoin that existed when Bitcoin was worth $1, yes, we have some increase, but it's not significant amount to lead to Bitcoin reaching $1 trillion. But Bitcoin still reached $1 trillion. And it's because, again, the vast majority of people that hold Bitcoin are holding Bitcoin. We had some movement today, I believe, from the 7th largest holder, or no, it was actually the 3rd largest holder of Bitcoin. We had a bit of movement, and they sold, I believe, 1,000 Bitcoin. But guess what? They're at this person, this IP address that sold 1,000 Bitcoin is holding exact same amount of Bitcoin that they've always held since, I believe, they've been holding for, I think it was 7 years, if I'm remembering correctly, holding the same amount. They just ended up buying at 30,000 and selling at, I believe it was 45,000. So does that mean that the market cap of Bitcoin for him, he's bought more Bitcoin or sold more Bitcoin? Actually, it means that he's holding the exact same amount of Bitcoin. He didn't have to invest any more money, but his Bitcoin again is worth more now. And this is what's going to happen to XRP. The people that hold XRP will just be holding XRP worth more money. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be this much money or trillions of dollars invested in XRP. It's just the value of XRP is going to become higher. You know, that seems like a simple argument, simple point, but it's a point that a lot of people seem to misunderstand, because they tend to argue about the price, the possibility of the price of XRP or Bitcoin reaching certain numbers because of how high the market cap is going to be. Again, that's not important. What's important is the fact that the utility of these coins is going to be high. Another important point that I want to bring up, particularly about XRP and about the price. Remember, XRP, let's say $1 trillion changes hands from this bank to this bank. That makes the value of XRP higher, and let's say the market cap is $1 trillion. Now, XRP will change hands from this bank to a third bank. That means 3 now, instead of $1 trillion, now we have $2 trillion movement, daily volume moved. Now this bank changes this to another bank, and it's the same $1 trillion, but it's moved to 3 banks. Now how much money did you have moved within the day? $3 trillion with just $1 trillion. So these movements lead to increased value of XRP. Now when you look at the moving volume of XRP, you're seeing 5 trillion XRP moved. It's not necessarily because there's 5 trillion XRP. It's just that XRP is changing hands so many times. And the more banks that are involved in this circle, the more volume you're going to be seeing changing for XRP. Now, keep in mind, the more hands it changes, the higher the value of it going up. And it's because more people want it now. If this bank wants it now and this bank wants it now, then one bank is going to say, I'm going to pay a little more to get the XRP. And the next bank is going to pay a little more. And the next bank is going to pay a little more. And that leads to increased value of XRP to numbers that may now seem unimaginable. But they are real numbers. Because again, if we have global utilization of XRP, you're going to have central banks globally want this XRP. And for them, it doesn't matter if XRP is worth $1 billion, because it's not like they're spending $1 billion. All they're doing is they're moving that money. So you go to transfer, let's say $100,000. The bank takes that $100,000, buys a small section of an XRP, and gives you the $100,000 on the other end, taking a very small, chunk of change. But to them, it doesn't matter what the value of XRP is, because they're not holding it on their books. They're not investing in XRP. They're using XRP for its utilization. As opposed to us, a lot of us now are investing in XRP, hoping for price gains in this currency. But to the banks, it's not about holding or making these investments. It's about utilizing XRP for cross-border transportation of money, essentially. So as simple as that. Again, guys, I know it's a brief point that I brought up in this video, but it's a very important point because we keep hearing it over and over again. People trying to downplay the significance and how great and how big the crypto market is and the potential that it has. Crypto went from being under $1 million to a $2 trillion industry, worth now more than Chrysler, GM, and Ford combined, and holding as much capital as some entire countries. So there's nothing to downplay about crypto, and crypto is the next wave of global finance and global currency. Whether, some people try to downplay it now or are accepting it for what it is. Look, El Salvador accepted it. There's a lot of South American countries right now that are talking about it, saying how important crypto is right now for the utilization of finance and money movements globally, and even within, intra-locally. So within even, localities, within cities and countries. And you're seeing XRP now, rather than just talking about cross-border payments, they're starting to diverge into other sections of crypto. But I won't get into too much in that. I just wanted to make this point clear. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you share it with your friends and anybody that tries to make this point that, it's impossible that XRP or that any other crypto can reach this big market, market volumes and market capitals. It's absolutely possible, and I've explained that why in this video. Guys, please click that like button. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click subscribe, and for the latest information, join on Twitter, Crypto Geek News, and on Discord. Link is in the description. I'll see you in the next video.